Hey YouTube, Logan with Hideaway Homestead here, coming to you today with a quick video on the feeding animals without the feed store. And if you haven't watched the other two videos that I've made this week, I'm gonna try to put these in a playlist just because it's gonna be a very specific subject with a lot of different animals. And I won't rehash every time why it is that I make these videos, but it's basically just so that you can be more independent from the feed store. I like to buy from the feed store, and it's really convenient, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff you can do to really cut back your cost and your labor too. So here I've got my Kune pigs, and I have, I'm not an expert on the Kunis. I'm brand new to keeping them, and they've been doing some good work for us. We've been eating the pork off of one of the pigs, and it's absolutely delicious. I've had a good bit of barbecue and some bacon and stuff like that. So we're super pleased with what they do and the product that they produce. But what I've got right now is I just threw them some bread. I've been getting some old leftover, household things like kitchen scraps, bread, fruits, vegetables that go bad and stuff like that, and giving it to the pigs. Now, I've heard some people say that Kunis are strictly a grazing pig. Now, I have not, in the time that I've had them, they've been out to where they can have grass. I have not seen them just grazing. Not to say that they don't. Now, as you can see, now that they've eaten some of that bread, I had to give them the bread first because they were just going crazy and I wasn't going to be able to make a video. But I poured some grass clippings here that I was giving to the rabbits, and they're picking at it a little bit. And I've had them eat a good bit of grass that I've thrown in and greens and stuff. They will eat a little bit. But as far as just like grazing, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe if I put them in a rotational grazing system, they might do it more. But some of the people that I really trust and watch on YouTube and have seen keep Kunis, it's not the case that they're just a grazing, pig like a cow. They're not a ruminant. They're monogastric. They're just like any other pig. Now, they will forage a lot better, it seems like, than maybe some of your other pigs. These little guys have done a lot of rooting, and, pigs will eat just about anything. The only thing that I don't give these piggies is pork. So any kind of meat, any kind of grass, kitchen scraps, anything like that, I've been giving to them. Now, the one thing that I do know and that I have seen with my own eyes from the people that I got these from is that you can overfeed them a little too much. They can get kind of fatty, and you don't want that. You want to keep them a little lean and mean as you can, because they are a lard pig. They're already going to have a lot of fat on them. But these little guys have been grazing, and as you can see, they're wanting more bread. I'm gonna get them some more bread here. But we only feed them about once a day, and you can totally go to like a school or a grocery store or something. You can tell people like, hey, I do a composting operation, and if you've got anything as far as scraps goes that you'd like to get rid of, I can haul them off for you. And some places will give them to you for free. Some people might charge you some, but considering what it would cost for the feed store, it's a great option. And I'm gonna stop right there on them. They don't need to eat too much, but yeah, they you can grow your own pigs on just scraps. And so, but as far as the feeding them and being self-sufficient, you have to go get the scraps. But some of the things that you can feed the pigs is, we've got some mulberry trees, so they'll eat mulberry fruits, any kind of mast tree, like oaks, hickories, walnuts. If you've got places where they can go through and clean those up, or any kind of root vegetables, turnips and stuff, they can eat those. Some of them are a little pickier than others, but they'll clean those up. And it's what would sometimes be a wasted resource. They can go through and turn it into bacon. You know, apples, especially if you've got wild apples that are your spitter varieties, just ones that you wouldn't want to eat just because they're so bitter. And they've all took off, so I'll let y'all see the fifth pig of the group here, me. And they, you know, some of them are a little pickier than others, just about what they'll eat. But there's, you know, like apples, even if they're just horribly bitter apples, you can give them apples and they'll eat those up and turn it into bacon. I don't know anything that will do that besides a pig. So, I would consider that a pretty good exchange. Not that I don't dislike apples, but if you give me apples or bacon, I'm probably going to go with the bacon. But anyway, they're a really good one to have around. I'm looking into what I can do as far as, we're probably going to get an electric fence here soon that's portable, just to move Skoda around in, because she's getting very territorial, which is a good thing. That's what we want her to do, but we don't want her running off either. So we're probably going to be putting her in an electric fence with the chickens, ducks, and the pigs, you know, just moving like a paddock shift system. And so hopefully once we do that, we'll see some more grazing from the pigs, and, you know, learn a little bit more about that. But, you know, the Coonies, I've heard both sides of, you know, oh yeah, they're 100%, that's all you give them is grass. You don't give them anything else. And then I've heard the others of, like, yeah, they could survive off of just grass, but by the time you butcher them, they look like a starved animal. So, we're gonna research it more and figure out what it is that we need to be doing with them. They seem to be happy and healthy so far. But anyway, if this video was of any value to you, go ahead and leave a like. If you've got any questions or comments, drop those down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I drop a video like this every day, Monday through Friday. I appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next one.